What's happening, guys? Aradhya Gupta here from Internal Combustion, and welcome back to Wisdom Wednesdays, wherein every single Wednesday we'll be talking about something that imparts some knowledge to you about automobiles. And today's topic is going to be differentials. So we'll be talking about different types of differentials and how each of the differential functions, what kind of terrain, in what kind of terrain you should be utilizing what kind of differentials, and how do you come out if you're in case you're driving and you're stuck, so on and so forth. Essentially, there are three different types of differentials. If I'm to start with the different types of differentials, the first one being open differential, the second one being limited slip differential, the third one being a locking differential. So remember, each of these differential types is utilized in different kinds of driving situations, different kinds of terrains. So let's start with an open differential. Or actually, let's start with what exactly is a differential. So in very layman terms, imagine yourself driving behind a truck. So when you're driving behind a truck, you would have noticed that the rear axle, in the middle of the rear axle, there is this huge ball type of a structure in the middle of the axle. And that is the differential casing. That exactly is where the differential is positioned. It's a combination of gears in between the axles, the main purpose of which is to accommodate the difference in speed of both the wheels. For instance, if you're turning the vehicle to either right or left, whichever direction, one of the wheels has to be turning at a slower speed compared to the other one. So for example, if you're turning the vehicle towards the left, and let's assume you've just turned the steering towards the left and you're constantly taking a circle. So the left wheel towards the inside of the circumference that you're creating is essentially moving at a slower speed compared to the right wheel, which is towards the outside of the vehicle. So I'll be using this wonderful piece of equipment to try and explain to you the functionality of different kinds of differentials. And starting with the open differential, as I mentioned, the open differential, the thumb rule is the power is transferred to the wheel with lesser amount of traction. In case of an open differential, for example, this is the position your vehicle has taken in case your right wheel has fallen into a ditch in such a fashion that your vehicle is completely beached and it's just not moving forward, and this wheel is inside a ditch. This wheel, your left wheel, is on top of the road, on the road. In case of an open differential, what will happen is the open differential will transfer all the power to the right wheel. Why? Because there is lesser traction and lesser weight on this wheel, on the right wheel. Now, in case of a limited slip differential, where a limited slip differential, as I mentioned, is used in case of motorsports. So we'll take an example of, for example, if you are driving on an autocross or a track event, and you're taking a left turn at a higher speed, and assuming you would want to get out of that corner at a fast speed. In that case, what will happen is, as you would already know, if you're taking a left turn, the vehicle's weight would turn towards the right. That's the opposite direction. In case of an open differential, if you're stepping on the accelerator while turning, you will notice a lot of wheel spin happening on the left wheel. Why? Again, because of the thumb rule of the open differential, is that the weight is transferred to the wheel with lesser weight and lesser traction. In case of an LSD, what happens is the moment you're turning left and stepping on the accelerator, the LSD sensor will sense the wheel slippage and transfer the power to the wheel with more weight and traction. In the sense, what will happen is, and what you'll experience is, if you're turning left and you step on the accelerator, you will notice that there is hardly any slippage and the car is still moving forward along with turning towards the direction that you are turning in. Why? Because the LSD has sensed the slippage and the potential for slippage, and it has given you the power where you require it and when you require it. Third thing is locking differential, which is by far my favorite type of differential. Why? Obviously because of being an off-roader, and I use it a lot. So exactly as I mentioned earlier, the locking differential, 50-50% power on both the wheels. Let's assume a situation wherein you're driving in extreme off-road conditions and an articulation pit. Also, you can refer to articulation pit in one of my earlier videos as shown in the link above. What exactly would happen? Let's assume that there is a hump approaching on the left side of the rear wheel and the right side of the front wheel. So the rear axle would look something like this. The front axle would look like not able to turn it, but this. So what that basically means is, now you can see that the weight is on the front right and the rear left. And now in case if you have an open differential, if your differential is not locked, the rear right and the front left wheel, because they would most likely be suspended in the air, or if not suspended in the air, they would have lesser weight and traction, they'll start spinning, but your vehicle will not move forward, most likely. In that case, what you do is you just end up locking the rear and the front differential. In case you don't have a front one, just the rear one also would do. And then automatically you have 50% power on this wheel, and there is no chance that your vehicle will stop moving forward. It will continue to move forward, but there are some limitations, as in you need to be careful about the direction of the vehicle. If it is not moving forward and the differential is locked and is helping you to move forward, it might just start slipping towards one direction or the other, which you need to be able to control and predict and then handle the vehicle accordingly. So guys, that was it about differentials and 3 different types of differentials, their functionality, their usages, their limitations. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, keep following my videos, and in the comment section below, please leave your comments and mention any topic that you would like me to talk about on Wednesdays. Take care. Thank you so much. This is Aradhya Gupta, Internal Combustion, signing out.